So, good evening, good evening, good evening. We are back again, the first of the new season. We've got the band back together, and sadly, the first one of the season is on a negative because Edward Nketiah deal to Marseille is off. We have signed a whopping one player this summer, and that's a defender when we had the best defense in the league. We've still got loads of the dead wood here. And we still need a striker. So it's going well, guys. The season starts in, 5 days? Anyway, let's have everyone locked in. 600 in here. Get these likes up ASAP, yeah? Jez, how you been, Mucker? You good? You all right?
Very good, thank you. Very good indeed. Yeah, it's been beautiful today. Nearly 35 degrees here today. A bit hot for me, but there you go. But hey, what's changed at Arsenal? Nothing. We still have frauds in the club, and we still have a fraudulent management basis. Disgrace. Absolute disgrace. The fact that we've still got Mr. Nketiah here, dear God, honestly. And you have to, only one thing, Lee, Kenny, Matty. You have to blame them, the management. They offered him 100 bags a week, and he's not worth 100 bags a week, so nobody's going to pay him 100 bags a week. So why does anybody really want to buy him? And I have to say, I'm very angry about this. The fact that we couldn't get the deal over the line. He's not good enough, and it's a disgrace. And I find it embarrassing, actually, right? That these guys did this, yeah. Just let him go. If you don't want him to play, let him go. Let him go and find his job somewhere else where he can enjoy his sport. He's not great, never will be, in my opinion, but just let him go because you're being greedy. Facts.
Kenny, back again, mate. Back again. Obviously, you'll be at the game at the weekend, I suppose, wouldn't you? You'll be there. You're on mute, mate. How you been?
It's been like a lot. We haven't done one of this for a good few months. Well, obviously, you guys know why. And it's just, but it's nice to get back into the, swing of things and try and do some normal things. But the first thing is that we've gone from Edu saying that we won't be disappointed and asking for our patience to this news. To be honest, we all saw coming. Marseille weren't going to budge from their valuation. And Arsenal weren't going to budge us either. So, the person who's left in limbo is the player. The player wants out. He wants 13 football. If he believes he can get with France, he's probably been speaking to his mate, Balogun, and said, look, have a go. Reinvent yourself and then try and get back into the English league that way, the way I'm doing it. I've done that. And I think that's the best thing for me. It's always going to be the club, but the club will need to realise without getting players like Eddie and Nelson out the door, there's going to be very little chance of them getting any more players in. I can't see it happening. We spent £200 million last year, which means this year is always about trying to fall within PSR, and I can't see Arsenal falling within PSR if they still got players on high wages like Eddie and Reece at the club. Just can't see it.
No, facts, Matty. Seems like only yesterday we were here talking. How are you, mate?
Doing good, brother. We're back again, man. Just glad to be back with everybody. The band is back. That lets you know the season is on the horizon. Failed deals, false moves, lies about people incoming. We know that means that the transfer window is coming to a close shortly. When you start seeing all that, this today. I was literally eating lunch when I saw it, and I just laughed out loud in the restaurant. I just said it. And I know people thought I was crazy, but I just started laughing because Jess sat right there yesterday and told y'all this wasn't happening. And then 24 hours later, it's not happening. We have sat right here, gentlemen, through another train. Don't worry, I'm still here, Lee. I'm still going to keep rolling.
I don't know what I've done. There we go.
We have sat right here. We have spent 60 days chasing down a left back from Italy, and we have sat here and Marseille came in with kings with tidings of joy. They came in and we turned them away. We turned them away and said we're gonna get better than that. And now you left holding the bag. Let anybody who is a player at this football club that's thinking about leaving, or it's time for you to get ready to roll out. You look at this situation and see what's coming down the pipe. This is not the first time they've done this. They do this all the time with our players. They overvalue our players. But when we go get other folks' players, then we want to work out special deals and compensation packages and buy now, pay later. What I told you yesterday, Lee, I'll gladly pay you today on next Tuesday. Yeah, that's what they do. The old Wimpy from Popeye. That's exactly how we operate. But
it's mad. It's crazy. I'll grab these super chats real quick. But people, I need all three of the lads' links in one comment, not three individual comments. One comment, guys. Come on, you mods. One of you mods has got to be in here to be able to do it. Yeah, Kenny's Insta. Yeah, and Matt and Jez's channels. I need it so I can pin it, but I need it in one comment, not three separate ones, lads. Thank you very much. Big up to Jay and Beer as well for the membership. Eddie is scary. He'll bag 40 goals. Hey, do you know what's mad? He's only scored 19 league goals in 7 years.
Yeah.
When was the last away goal, Lee?
His last away goal was December 2022.
That's terrible.
And his last actual goal was December 2023. I'm now in August 2024. The club is an absolute joke. Sack Edu today. Facts. I totally agree, mate. Totally agree. Big up TKA. Big up to Luke. Edu rejected nearly 50 million combined for Lacazette and Maitland-Niles, and then only to let them leave for free 2 years later. He was absolutely clueless. That's actually spot on as well. I remember that. Wolves bid about 27 million for Maitland-Niles. Big up to you, Luke. Yeah, he's lucky he's got a job, mate. I swear. It's not looking good. One sale, one signing at the minute equals second, says RCG. Big up to you, bro. Do you know what? The whole thing stinks. Yeah, and big up to Sephora as well, man. Big up for the super chat, bro. I appreciate it, man. And I hope you're good. But yeah, the whole thing stinks to me. Like, listen, the window's been open 2 months on Wednesday. 2 months exactly. It opened on the 14th of June. Yeah, we're now on the 12th of August. What have we actually done to overtake Man City here? Because I know Man City have got rid of Alvarez. What have we actually done to overtake them? And this is what winds me up with this football club. And I'm sure you guys in the chat and on the panel as well, yeah, say the same. We are so close to being good. Like, we're so close to actually getting over the line. Now, why are we stopping? Yeah, well, this is what this club does all the time. It gets so close and it takes 2 steps backwards.
Well, that's the point, Lee.
Big up Rossi, man. Big up Cole Rossi, bro. Go on, Kenny. Sorry.
Yeah, but the point you made was so close. It's quite relevant because obviously when I missed the last game of the season, you know, when I was abroad on emergency, the messages I was getting abroad from the UK was that I actually thought we won the league. I generally thought we won the league because the messages I got and the photos and videos I was getting back was ones of celebration. I didn't see any tears. I didn't see any frustration. I just saw people cheering and genuinely celebrating. And I was thinking, this can't be right. We didn't win the league, yet our fans are going like we won it. And all I heard was when I heard a few comments on on Twitter and obviously on Instagram was the best defensive record, the most goals scored by any Arsenal side in the Premiership. Mikel was a go, and I went, hang on here, we just lost the title.
Yeah,
they're not upset. I mean, they talk about the best defensive record. Well, Man City only letting fewer goals than us. They dwarfed our goal difference advantage to the extent that they actually scored more goals than us.
They scored 96 goals. They scored five more than us, and we conceded 5. We conceded 5, so it leveled it out.
They say leveled it out. I was on the chatting at Jez because I was on Jez's channel. I was doing stuff with Dan as well, and the common denominator in those last 2 seasons is Erling Haaland. 66 appearances, 63 goals, 27 last season, 36 before. And everyone says that we don't need a striker because we scored 91 goals last season, and that proves that we can get goals from any other part of the pitch. And I said, well, that's true, but they scored 96 goals, and 27 of them have come from their, from the person we regarded the best striker in the country.
And not only that, Kenny, sorry to cut you off here. Not only that, he spent about 3 months out, wasn't he? He was out for about 3 months or 6 weeks or something, wasn't he?
Last year. Yeah, he was busted.
And what about De Bruyne? De Bruyne
He was out for 4 months.
Well, he got into September and he came back in February and nicked a substitute appearance against Newcastle, which he scored a goal.
Yeah.
Now,
then he was injured again after that.
Yeah, and but Phil Foden filled in and got 20 goals, 20 league and cup goals from midfield. The last player to do that was Yaya Toure when they won the league in 2014. So when I look about how close we are, yeah, we are close. But if we do the same things we did last season, and Man City they normally do. I start off slowly and then in the straight go in a consecutive wins like they did last season, or basically go a consecutive amount of games where they've won, got maximum points, trying to get me point across, then it's going to be the same scenario. We're going to miss out again. Doesn't matter whether we've got in our hands. We will drop points, Man City will capitalise, and then they'll go and win the league. So it's just the same kind of recipe. So surely, you have to look at, getting a striker in. Surely, because at the end of the day, a decent striker could be, the catalyst for not just, winning the league. But remember, there's 3 other competitions as well. There's the League Cup, there's the FA Cup, the Champions League. Last season, we got the Champions League, where we finished in the quarterfinals. And let's face it, that's our level. But next season, we can go maybe another go one better, get semi-final. If not, fluke a final. You know what I mean? One level a season, because we got a year's more experience. We didn't finish Customary last 16. We got to the quarters. All right, bit of luck on penalties, but we'll be a better side for it. Surely if you get that striker, we can compete for the League Cup, compete for the FA Cup, compete in the Champions League, and compete for the league. Because guess what happened when in Erling Haaland's first season? They won a treble. He got 52 goals, league and cup goals, 36 league goals. The other 16 came in the cups. They won 3 trophies. That's,
What happened there? Did you hear that?
It's like a plane taking off.
It did. It sounded like a plane taking off, didn't it?
You got the headset on, so you know the joke.
Yeah,
Right.
I don't know what happened. And they came through my ears. I was like, what's this?
Pretty me. Pretty hay fever, coughing.
Oh boy! Someone must be living near Gatwick Airport.
Yeah.
Maybe it was Ed who landed in his jet. Maybe he's come to do the deal for fucking Marino or something.
It's funny to say that. Apparently, they're saying that Edu has been seen in Malaga. That's what I've heard, that he's in Malaga.
But has anyone actually got a picture of him in Malaga?
No,
or is this just another rumor?
It's one of those Twitter.
So it didn't happen then. It didn't happen then.
Well,
Not only that, why would he be in Malaga? They're in the 2nd division.
I don't know, but they said that he's in Andalusia, Malaga. I don't know.
Oh, well, if he is, I'll go and fucking say hello
He's on
to him.
vacation. Hey, he's on vacation.
He's gone on holiday.
He's probably on vacation, but yeah. But Edu did tell us that we won't be disappointed at the end of the transfer window.
Yeah, well, I remember when Josh Kroenke told us that about 6 years ago, and then it took about 4 years to get in the title race afterwards. Ian, message him. I'm not reading that comment out, bro. I'm talking about football, fella. So you'll have to message him, mate.
I've seen it. I'm not.
Yeah, we're dealing with. Yeah, we're there we go. Anyway, big up to you, Ian. Big up to everyone locked in. And let me grab these as well, because fucking you lot just fucking throwing donation. You lot are crazy. As a City fan, I feel more relaxed knowing Eddie is in the room. I see us playing Bob and Savio, Grealish and Doku outscoring you guys with Haaland. That's my point, isn't it? Look at their wingers. As much as I don't rate Doku, they got Grealish, Doku, Bob, and Savio. And our wingers are Trossard, Saka, Martinelli, and Reece Nelson. Who's going to score more? Who's actually going to do better? Because I'm kind of concerned, because most of our goals, come through our wingers, granted. So I reckon our wingers will probably score more. But then our striker is 29 or Gabby Jesus. Neither of them are going to outscore Haaland combined.
Nope.
No.
Jesus has been in this league for what, 7 years? 8 years? Something like that.
Yeah.
14 goals is his highest amount of goals scored in his career in the Premier League. 14 goals.
Same with 29, and he's been here 4 years.
Well, that's about right, though, Matt. When we signed those two players, everyone said that they're going to bring their Man City form to Arsenal.
The winning mentality. The winning mentality, they said.
I don't know if they brought the mentality, but they definitely brought their City form because Jesus still doesn't score goals and Zinchenko still can't defend. So it's no different from what they were doing at Man City.
Facts. And then we signed a goalkeeper who can't concentrate for 90 minutes.
Yeah.
No, that's gone under the radar, by the way. The fact that we paid 30 million for him or 27 million for him, he's still here.
He's still here. He's still here.
He's still here. Well, it is what it is. Big up to Kyle, bro. Club's a joke. I'm fuming. The volcano is coming. Big up to Kyle, bruv. I hope you're well, man. And it's going to be a long season, man. But he won the best sporting director last season. Yeah, some of these awards are pathetic, aren't they? How did Edu win the best sporting director? Surely Real Madrid's sporting director should have won it. They won everything. Big up to Miles as well. Arsenal won't make another signing until City does, since Arteta copies Pep. Also, Marseille thought they were signing Eddie. That's why they dipped, right? That's hilarious. Big up Miles, man. Big up Miles. Big up DJ Crane as well. Gifted out 5 memberships in the chat. So if you've got one of them, then make sure you thank him. Big up to you, DJ Crane. Always love my bro. Always. Big up to Fernando as well. Been watching football 3 years ago. I'm an American, picked Arsenal, and my disappointment in the 3 years is immense. I could tell 1 year in, Eddie is crap. Yeah, he's got gold. So I'd say 10 million I would have sold him for. Mate, it's never too late to change teams, mate. And you sound like you got a South American name, mate. A lot of South Americans support Real Madrid and Barcelona. So it's never too late to bounce, bro. It's never too late.
Do people realize this is about the second or third time they've done this? Remember West Ham came in for him. And they offered 40 million. And they kicked that to the curb. No, we want 50. And then now Marseille comes in with the 30, with a 20 or 24, technically 28, whatever it is. And they kick that to the curb. And then now you got people today, before I logged in today, they come on. I'm seeing people talking about Brentford. Y'all think Brentford would pay $30 million for that?
And Bournemouth as well. I've seen Bournemouth as well today.
Yeah.
Yeah, but you know what's crazy, right? We've literally rejected that bid. Yeah, and it was a package of 30 million euros. Yeah, we rejected the same package twice, just the different ways of structuring it. They did it. They wanted to pay 27 and 3. Oh, no, it was 20. I'm lying. It was 27 million straight. We said, no, we want more than that. They come back with 25 plus 5. And we said, we want more than that. I think we want 30 million. Yeah, and 30 million euros is about 24 million quid. Yeah, I think we want over 27 million quid for him. Yeah,
yes,
whether that's with the add-ons or without the add-ons. So we are basically haggling ourselves out of a deal.
Yeah,
for the sake of 3 million quid. Right, when he's going to stay if he doesn't leave now, and he stays for the whole season. When he's going to depreciate because he's now got another year off his contract, and we're going to have to pay him another 5 million a year.
Yep.
What are we doing?
The club is going to say 2 things. They're going to say, look, reason why we structured this deal is because the player that and this is going to be the myth that they're going to report back to the fans is we're in the running to get a really big player, but in terms of the transfer fee, we needed to get the right amount of money for our outgoings in order to structure the deal and blah blah, and we had to come within PSR guidelines. That's what they're going to say. They're actually going to talk about use basically the Eddie, is he staying, is he not going, or Reece Nelson, is he staying, he's not going, and said, look, reason why we can't get that striker, reason why we can't get a cover, get someone to challenge Saka for his place is because it was PSR. That's what they're going to say, and they're going to point to those 2 deals collapsing. But there's other players, Aaron Ramsdale somehow made England's Euro 2024 squad. Somehow. He hardly ever played for Arsenal last season. And when he did play, it was a couple of games against Brentford and the FA Cup. And then a league game League Cup game against West Ham. 2 of the games we lost. And the other 2, we won. Fact is, he's another player that I'm sure there's got to be a couple of clubs that think, you know what, I could do a number 1 and England international why we look.
Mate, Kieran Tierney's another one. He's still at the football club. Reece Nelson's still at the football club.
Well,
Go ahead, Ken.
Tierney wants to leave.
Yeah. The thing is, people are telling me because he's injured, he can't leave. What a load of bollocks. You can pass a medical even if you're injured.
We've bought players injured.
Yeah, we bought Kim Kallstrom with a broken fucking back.
Yes. Fact.
So
Yeah.
we
How did he
bought
pass his
players.
medical? How did he pass the medical?
Bought players, man. What you talking about?
That's what I'm saying. We've got Kieran Tierney. The problem we've got is we've got so many players on such high wages. These clubs don't want to pay it.
No.
Yeah, they don't want it. So what they want to do is they'll pay the wage, but they want to pay a reduced fee. Yes, which is why they probably would have paid Eddie 100 grand a week at Marseille, but they don't want to pay 30 million for him. Yeah. So if they could save themselves 7 million, that'll cover his wages for a year and a half. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
He actually says
Exactly.
he said, "I want to leave." He gave a light and said, "I want to go." So I find it very disrespectful by the club to the player who's clearly said, "I don't want to be here anymore. My time is done. Let me go and further my career somewhere else." Why will the club be that disrespectful to a servant of the club? All right, he's not a great servant, but he's been here for a long time. Just say, "Okay, right, Marseille have come in for 27. Off you go, fella, and good luck to you." It's a disgrace.
Yes, you know what it is.
Go on.
You know what it is. You know what it is. You know that time when me and you had this conversation a few weeks back, and I think Matty and Lee was on the channel. The club still think it's the days of Arsene Wenger. You know, days of the last few years at the Emirates, last 8 years at Highbury, and the first 10 years at the Emirates, where basically we had assets. Players were leaving Arsenal not only to win trophies, but they're leaving Arsenal and they're increasing their wages. So Nasri increased his wages, Fabregas increased his wages, and he went on to better things. Adrien Boyle increased his wages, Kleb increased his wages, Overmars, all those kind of players, all these Van Persie as well. They're all assets. But the clubs seem to think that they can still operate in the same, way of doing their business. With Eddie, Reece Nelson, previously they're doing it with players like Almunia and El Aboué. It's not the same. You can only name your price if you have genuine assets that clubs generally want. You know what I mean?
Yeah, no, you're right. You're spot on. Yeah, it's spot on. And the problem we've got is we've paid these people too much money to begin with. Yeah, big up to everyone who's locked in, dropping in injured players that we've signed. Because we've signed a lot of players when they've been injured. Yeah, Tierney was injured when we signed him. Fabio Vieira was injured when we signed him. Yeah, do you know what I'm saying? Kim Kallstrom was injured when we signed him. There's been so many players that were injured when we signed him. No worries, Kenny, no worries. I said Ian Ketty saying to Kenny, "Come on, mate, be nice to me." Yeah, Ed, he's getting the brown envelope PR call now. That's what it is. Kenny's been sucked in, mate. but no, it's ridiculous because at the end of the day, he wants to leave, Eddie. He knows he's not going to get a game. Yeah, and if he does get a game, it's because we're going to have loads of injuries and he's somehow got into the scene because of that. So for his own career, he wants to leave. Yeah, it's a fair play. Get him out of there then.
This is what they do to these players. When these players, when they have no longer serve a purpose or they're not used for PR anymore, they tend to make it hard for that person to leave. Look at Tierney. Tierney been said, "Hey, I'm ready to go." But instead of selling him and moving him on, you're playing with him. Same thing Jed said about Nketiah. Now, everybody knows I'm not the biggest Nketiah fan, but Nketiah said he wants to go. Okay, well, he wants to go. It's time to make a deal. It's trying to find somebody that wants to get this young man so that we can get this man off the books and go buy what we need. And instead of doing that, we're going to overprice the player, make him suffer. Make him suffer. Because what's going to ultimately happen is these so-called fans that have absolutely loved him, they're going to turn on him. Now, people know where we stand on it. We've already said the guy's not good enough. But now they're going to start slagging him. And after a while, that's going to start wearing on him. You're going to start seeing it during the season if they play. He comes out there, first move he makes. Oh, man, get him. What does he still do? And then next thing you know, it's going to start wearing and wearing and wearing and wearing. But this is when we used to talk last season, when we talked about how Arteta is when he's done with you. This is a classic example of what happens when he's done with you and got every last bit out of everything he wants out of you. this is when they turn on you. This is the real Arteta and Edu. And as far as I'm concerned, Edu should retire, should resign tonight. He should be out of there tonight after this piss poor summer he's had.
Yeah, no, I totally agree with you, mate. I can't stand him. Yeah, I can't stand him.
He's a shyster.
Yeah, but Bournemouth are being heavily linked to Eddie Nketiah. And listen, hopefully he gets his move, mate, because he ain't good enough for us. Yeah, they've got the money. They've just sold Solanke for 55 million. Yeah, but they need to get him out of the club. Yeah, and the fact that he's still here with 5 days to go until our first game of the season. Yeah, I'm sorry, mate. That's a disgrace. Yeah, and remember when Edu does these little PR interviews and that, yeah, and he says, no, we always check the background on players. We always know our targets well in advance. So like when what was his name? Cecil did a little interview with him and they said, no, we've already got our targets lined up. You know, we know months in advance. We do background checks on them. We check out their family. We do everything. So we know when it lessens the chance of a flop, basically. And they want to get everything about their mentality and so on and so forth from their outside life. Yeah. Where the fuck are our players then? Because we've signed one. So who have you been talking to for the last 6 months? Yeah, because where are they? Literally, where are they? We signed one player, guys. One flipping player.
Lee, and we knew this. And Lee, you know what the crazy part about this, gentleman, is that we knew this all in January what we needed. We knew all in January.
Man, we knew this last summer what we needed.
Yeah.
And the one before. Yeah. The last 2 summers, we've all sat here and said, yo, we need a striker. We didn't get one. We've been saying we need help. We've been saying...
Edu said, keep my name out your mouth.
Edu's phoning back and offering an extra 5 million. Yeah, but we've known for 2 summers that we need cover for Saka or help for Saka to rotate with him. We still need that now. We've known we need a midfielder. We still need that now. Yeah, we've got the defender, cool. Yeah, because we've known Zinchenko ain't good enough. We've got that defender. In fact, we've bought 3 defenders in 2 years. Zinchenko, since we signed Zinchenko, we've bought Kivior, and he ain't good enough. Why is he still here, by the way? Yeah, he's still here. Yeah, we bought Timber. Fair enough, he got injured. That's unfortunate and unlucky. Now we signed Calafiori. So if that is the case, why is Zinchenko still here? Because them players are taking his spot, surely. Or are we dropping Ben White now?
Well, you said
and then what we're doing with Ben White?
It'd be Partey playing there.
He tried it.
Now it could be we don't want Nketiah to go, right? Because he's going to be the cover for Saka. We ain't got cover for Saka.
Man,
if he struggles, I mean, last season he had that injury in his ankle pretty much most of the season. And if he struggles, then that could be the cover because are we going to buy a winger? That's my question.
Hey, look. Well, we're not getting Neto because Neto's going to Chelsea. Have got him, and that was a player that we're led to believe we were earmarking for to actually challenge Saka. Because the thing is, one thing I thought about, at the end of the season, coming into obviously watching the Euros and coming to this season, I think Arsenal got to move away from getting backup players. We generally need to get players that can push for places. Like, for instance, everyone talks about Timber being one of the left backs. I laugh my head off. If you watch Timber and you look at his attributes, he's a centre half, a right-sided centre half, and a right back. Now, that's a genuine challenge to Benjamin White. That keeps Benjamin White on his toes. So if Benjamin White isn't, playing his best football, then Timber can come in and take that place. We now got Calafiori, who can basically now put our centre halves under pressure because he's a accomplished, he's an experienced international for his country. Plus, he can play at left back. So that way, although for some reason we're starting Zinchenko, that's a position we got covered. I want the same for Eddie. I don't want, Bukayo Saka. I don't want him to think, I'm comfortable in my place. No, I want something to challenge him. The same thing I would like for Odegaard. I like something to come and challenge Odegaard. I want something to challenge the midfielders. I want basically 2 players for every position and basically saying that player on the bench is unlucky not to start. Not, he's basically covers for certain players because the standards are not high. You look at our left-hand side, it's pretty, to be honest, it's crap, but we get by. But one thing despite the fact our left-hand side is crap, the fact is that Martinelli and Trossard are pushing each other. And the reason why I say it's crap, because I know there's better than both of them out there. You may not agree with me, but...
No, well, there is. Let's be real. There is better players than them.
But I saw Nico Williams playing for Spain. Now, I don't know what he's like at club level when he's for... when he plays for... when he plays for... Which is he play for?
Bilbao.
Bilbao. Now, I don't know what he's like when he plays for Bilbao. I need to watch more of the Spanish league. But from what I saw, it's the sort of things that I want from a left-sided forward are the things that he was doing in the Euros. Not only was he taking on his man, he had an end product in terms of scoring goals and putting in crosses. Now, I don't see that enough from Martinelli and Trossard on a consistent basis. Don't get him wrong. They will get you the odd goal here and there, but Nico Williams is better than them. So
Nico Williams just got a new squad number as well. He's got number 11 now. He ain't going anywhere. He's already on 200 grand a week.
Well, that's the thing.
And they're going to offer him a new contract because Barca won.
Yeah, but that's the thing. But that's the thing. When I look at all of the players we have, and I look at basically the way we talk about some of our players, I start to laugh because I'm thinking, hang on here, we're bigging up players who haven't won anything. Let's face it, they haven't won anything at his football club. Martin Odegaard hasn't won a trophy. He hasn't won a trophy. Bukayo Saka hasn't won all right, he got a medal in the FA Cup when he was an unused substitute, but all these other players haven't won anything. Yet we go on about them as if to say, oh, we can't sign this player because of that Saka's position. We don't want to harm Saka's development. We can't sign this player because we're harming Martinelli. Oh, we've got Odegaard. Hang on here. It's every man for himself when it comes to this football club. If there's better out there, or they can push us to the next level where we can not just challenge for trophies, but bloody win them, and then start a dynasty like Man City is, where you look at Arsenal and you think, right, we wouldn't be shocked if Arsenal win, like the league every other season, but the season they don't win the league, they'll win the FA Cup or the League Cup or do well in Europe. That's the level I want from the football club. Right now, it's just we're nearly there. We're a nearly team.
But every time we've been a nearly team and nearly got over the line or could have nearly got over the line, we haven't done anything. Bro, we did this back when Wenger was here, where no one was available. We only signed fucking check. Yeah, we should have won the league that season. Yeah, we've been doing this for years and years and years. And it's no coincidence here that these cronkies were here then and they're still here now and it's still the same shit. Still the same shit. Let's just be real with it. Yeah, and all that's changed, is that they've thrown a few quid at it this time because the fans got a little bit angry. Yeah, so they went, oh, okay, the minions. Yeah, we've spent that 600 million with this manager. Yeah, we'll do a load of PR. We'll get everyone on board. We'll get some stupid song at the stadium. Yeah, doing up PR for the song. Yeah, we'll make it. Oh, it's the loudest it's been. Okay, are we actually going to win stuff? They don't want to win stuff, mate. If they did, they'd get their own fucking money out. If we're struggling with FFP or PSR or whatever they want to call it, get 100 million out your pocket because they're allowed to put 105 million in. Yeah, and go and buy us a striker. Instead, they ain't interested, mate. I'm just going to grab these super chats real quick, lads, yeah? And also, lads and lasses and unicorns in the chat, I ain't interested in fucking this, and this, but I have unmodded Ian, yeah? Ian came into the chat. No need for it today, bro. I don't know if you're having a bad day, but you went on madness in my chat, so I've took your mod away, mate. So, is what it is. I don't really understand whether you're having a shit day or not, mate. It's my chat, and we were trying to talk about football, not having a fucking massive debate in the comment section over missing comments. Bro, if everyone moaned about missing comments, fucking after these, most of the people wouldn't even be in my chat. Like, come on, what we doing, bro? Fucking hell. Anyway, big up to Odin. Big up, guys. We've got Super Eddie. Don't stress. Oh, dear. Big up to SG as well, bro. Big up to Legendary. Same old Arsenal not signing players when we could win the league. If Arsenal had a bad start opening 3 games, I could see Arsenal making panic buys on deadline day. Well, in fact, I think, the window shuts on the 30th. So we got 18 days to sign players. Big up for that, bro.
30th it shuts.
Yeah, 30th.
Oh,
yeah, we've got that's what I'm saying. We've got 18 days, mate. 2.5 weeks, Kenny, to sign players.
Yeah,
2.5 weeks to sign players, mate.
Well,
It's crazy.
Well, it is crazy because if you look at you, but as much as we're saying it's crazy, I look at our first 10 fixtures, and as far as I'm concerned, if you want to win the league, you get 26 points out of 30. I couldn't care less that we play Aston Villa second game of the season. Aston Villa the double over us. If you want to win the league, go to Villa Park and win. I don't care if we got Man City on the 22nd of September. If you want to win the league, go to the Etihad Stadium. You've now had a good look at Man City. You've seen that you can match them on the pitch. Well, go and beat them at their own ground. That's the level we need to aspire to. Now we've got, a third year's experience to challenge for the league. I'm assuming we're going to be challenging this season, but I'm going to say third year of experience. I won't tolerate anything other than 26 out of 30 points in this first 10 games. Couldn't care less who you got. We're a seasoned team now. If people like like the other YouTubers like Mr. Flewers or Mr. Writer to be believed that we're this team that everyone should fear, well, we need to go and prove it. We need to go and win those 10 games. So regardless of whether we got a striker or not, or whether we haven't got the signs we want, the way our fans are talking about this squad and my expectations, I'm not going to lower them for anyone.
Facts.
You have to get these points. So even after the 30th, if we don't get that striker, I still want maximum points at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 15th of September. I still want maximum points against Aston Villa and the second game of the season. Okay, the team that's got into the Champions League at our expense. I want revenge. Prove it.
Yeah.
Show your balls, show your cojones. Don't moan about your lot. Go on, show that you're angry about it. Finishing second, because you should be angry, you should be gutted, because you should be ashamed of our fans, the way they celebrate, finish second. And they try between the eyes with the stats. They know who they are. They're the same pork chops that were supporting Spurs.
Yeah, 14th of May.
Yeah, 14th of May, those Spurs supporters. I'm never going to forgive them for that, because the fact is that was how do I say it? Die in a wall treachery. That's treachery. And then you've got the audacity to try and barge in the queue for tickets to go Spurs away. And then when they sing "What Do You Think of Tottenham," you're going to start joining in. No, please don't. Please don't. I've got the receipts. I saw every channel that was twerking with Spurs. I saw the fact. I saw every YouTuber that was gutted and screaming when Son missed that chance. I won't forget. I don't forget. Don't forget. I don't care what anyone says. I don't forget. And don't dare call me, like a fake fan to go and support Spurs, because I don't have to. You've already done it. You should go.
Yeah, you're a Spurs fan. Okay, mate. Good one. You were down the lane on the 14th, yeah? Yeah, celebrate. So a few, they were all crying when Son missed that chance.
Trust me. Unforgivable.
I want to ask you this one.
Cheering Spursy goals, you know? I'm trying to get out of here, man.
Kenny, why do you think? I mean, I've never known that ever in my lifetime. Ever, ever, ever.
Neither have I.
Why do you think it happened?
I'll tell you what happened. Can I just, in my opinion,
I'll just throw this in, mate. That says something to me that they're not real Arsenal fans, because if you know the history, the blood, it's in your blood, you never, ever, ever, ever do that. So that says to me they're not true.
Yeah, but the reason why I know, I'm not surprised they did it, because it's been for the last probably I'd say 10, 15 years, or maybe even going back 20 years. You look at the prominent Arsenal fans. A lot of those prominent Arsenal fans are from London, but if you delve into their like the sort of like banter, playground banter, the kind of banter they would have had with Man United fans, because a lot of people in North London, East London, South London, West London, they would have supported Man United because Man United are the team of the time. They're winning everything. So even though they're aware of the rivalry with Spurs, their actual rivalry between themselves isn't Tottenham. Tottenham are not to be worried about. Who are Tottenham to us? They don't win nothing. They're not on our level. So they've forgotten about, or they've totally ignored the fact that Spurs are our greatest rivals. Some of them will even say they'll rather Man United lose than Tottenham. I've heard people do it. I've heard one person say they'd rather Chelsea lose than Tottenham. So they can easily rationalise and say, well, hang on here. So you try to tell me that if there's a chance of Arsenal winning the league and Spurs can help us, you won't support Tottenham. They genuinely believe that, and they're ready to fight me. They're ready to fight me, you, and everyone. Trust me, they'll run up their like their shirts, cocking up their, clenching their fists, ready to have a spar with us because we had the temerity to say, well, hang on here, I'm not choking for Spurs. The fact is that if you're relying on Spurs at the 11th hour when the title was in your hands, let's face it, if we've beaten Aston Villa and win all our games, we won the title.
Yeah.
So I'm not going to twerk for a team like Tottenham when we've fluffed their lines ourselves. I'm not going to do it, ever. I'm going to go to the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium on the 15th of September with my head held high.
Yeah, exactly.
In my Arsenal heart, knowing full well that I never sold out.
Exactly.
Let me grab these super chats real quick, lads, because fucking 10 of them have stacked up. Sorry, one sec. Big up to Akash, bro. Arsenal are cash rich. Why are they haggling? Maybe we're not. Maybe we're not. Maybe we've used all the money. Maybe we have actually used all the money. Who knows? Who knows, bro? A bit like Man United, though, isn't it? Like, both our clubs are shit, mate. If we're being honest. At least you got people in the hierarchy positions that can actually get respect when they walk into a boardroom. Ours are just clowns, mate. Big up to Fernando again as well. Should have gone to Real Madrid, but now I'm committed. Bro, buckle up. You're in for a long, long season, my friend. You're in for a long season. Arsenal and Liverpool's window has been shambolic. Big up Surab, bro. Yeah, Alice, Liverpool ain't signed anyone. These clubs ain't. Man City are sitting there and fucking laughing their bollocks off. Like, literally, they're laughing their bollocks off. They've got the best manager, and they're already champions anyway. And they're sitting there going, look at this, like they fucking ain't doing anything to catch us. Yeah, mad. City's selling Alvarez for 75. Look at that business. I've seen people crying about it. Oh, how did they get 75 million? Maybe, just maybe, yeah, because they know how to sell. Just saying. Yeah, maybe they actually know what they're fucking doing. A geezer that was bought for 14 has won every competition in world football, apart from the Euros, because he's not European. He's won a fucking Copa America. Yeah, and he's won a World Cup. And he's won a treble. Why wouldn't they fucking pay 75 for him? And he knows where the back of the net is. He scored more goals last season, yeah, than any of our players, apart from Saka, I think. Because Saka had more in all comps, I think. But he scored 19 goals last season. You know, and that's a backup. That's the backup.
Well, see that when we talk about that backup, Kenny, Judge, when we talk about players that should be that come off the bench just like a starter, that's a classic example of what the backup should be.
Yeah, definitely.
The backup, 19 goals. Exactly. Facts.
Definitely. Yeah. And he got to Alejo. He's going to be the main man there.
Yeah, he is. And that's what he wanted to be. He wanted to be the main man. So fair play. Madrid, Atleti said, right, we've got the money. We'll buy you. Yeah, we'll buy you. They've said, yeah, cool. We want 75 plus 20. That's how you sell a fucking player. Yeah, and the chances of them getting all their 20 million on add-ons is kind of slim because they ain't won nothing for 3 years out there. Yeah, I don't really see that changing this season. Maybe a cup.
He's a genuine asset, though. That's the thing. He's a genuine asset, and he's just
come off of the back of winning a treble, and then the league last season. So in fact, he's won. Did he win 4? Has he won all 4? Or has he won 3?
He's won everything he's been since he's been there.
Yeah, since he's been there, he's won every cup.
He's won the FA Cup. He's won the World Cup. He's won the League, Champions League, twice the league. Yeah, he's won it, and he's won the Copa America.
The World Club Cup.
Yep,
won that twice.
Yeah, do you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Fucking people are moaning.
And
75 million euros there is the same as what Chelsea paid for fucking Mykhailo Mudryk. 62 million quid is 75 million euros. Which one would you have, Alvarez or Mudryk? And our fans had their pants around their ankles for that Mudryk, and they're all sitting online going, oh, if they got 75 for him. Well, you wanted to spend 75 on him. You know what I'm saying? It's crazy. Big up to our pair, bro. A reminder: last season, more than half the goals were pens or deflected shots until we faced Bournemouth. Facts. The wheels are falling off. Well, I see a stat earlier. I'm not sure if it's true because I didn't watch all. Well, maybe it is true. 12 of our 14 goals in this pre-season have been from set pieces.
Yep.
Yeah,
12 out of 14.
Hey, Lee, we moving like stone.
But it used to be.
That's what I'm saying.
Yesterday.
Fucking Tony Pulis ball.
I said it to Kenny last night when we did a match review.
yeah.
We need to score more goals from open play.
Yeah.
Fact.
We
It's
had
crazy.
folks in the chat last night, Lee, on the show we did. I went and clicked the comments, and some clown put in there. Look at these two fools complaining about players scoring from not scoring from open play, and then when we go on a run 1-7 like we did last year in December, remember that 1-7 in December? Not as irrelevant. Okay, all right.
Yeah, but that's the thing. Imagine putting that comment in. Imagine writing that out. Look at these two fools moaning that we do not score goals from open play. Just imagine how thick you have to be to write that and then send it.
Yeah.
But the most goals in football come from open play.
Mm.
Yeah, fair enough. We've got a very good set piece coach. He's obviously doing well because we keep scoring. Yeah, but when we don't score, it's now an issue, isn't it? Yeah, because if we do score like one goal, for example, but then they concede a goal and it's 1-1, now we might not score the next set piece or the one after that or the one after that. We have to find different ways, man.
I'll tell you one
Maybe
thing,
we
though.
should ask ourselves, maybe we should ask this. How many goals did Man City score from open play compared to Arsenal? Oh, maybe a lot more because they actually won the bloody league. There you go.
Exactly.
I think the thing with open play, it's really good because it's old-fashioned way, and I still think that set pieces is probably the most effective way of scoring goals, getting goals, especially if you've got people good in the air. But one thing is I don't think teams would be taken by surprise by our set piece techniques as they were before. You would have thought that teams we're going to play this season are going to work on that. They're going to work on Arsenal set pieces. Where what they're going to do is that their markers are going to be a lot better. They're probably going to get, in front of Declan Rice, try and put him off so that way they don't delivery. They'll protect the goalkeeper more. And then let's just say clubs are going to work it out because that's what happens when you do have a unique, like way of scoring goals. Teams will be taken by surprise. The season that, the ongoing season, but the season after that, that's what they're going to look at. They're going to say, right, this is how we stop Arsenal. We're going to stop their wingers. I sit on Odegaard and try and win the midfield. But on set pieces, what we're going to do, we're going to mark 3 players. We're going to try and I said mark Benjamin White because Benjamin White tends to get in people's ways and get make space for the our runners in terms of Saliba and Gabriel. So they're going to look at Declan Rice, try and stop him, and then one player will be free to follow Saliba and Gabriel. That's how they're going to do it. That's how they're going to do it because we murder teams of set pieces. You think about those games where we were winning 5 or 6-0. A lot of those goals were set pieces. The West Ham game, set pieces.
Mate, the winning goal against Luton. In fact, a couple of goals against Luton in that 4-3 were set pieces. Yeah, we scored about 20 goals from set pieces last season.
I think
teams
are definitely going to be looking at that, especially the team. I wouldn't say like the Liverpools and the Man Cities, but your Wolves, your Aston Villas, your West Hams, Spurs definitely, because we absolutely murdered them with set pieces at their ground last season. So as great as it was, we got to find another way of opening teams up.
They're going to teams this year, knowing that Havertz is going to be playing striker. They're going to make Havertz do all of the shooting. They're going to make us feed the ball to him and let him shoot, and then we'll just grab it and leave. What we were talking about yesterday: 1 ball over the top, 3 passes, and it's going to be just like that.
Yep. Look at when we played Man United. Every time they got the ball, they just quickly whipped it straight over the top down Ben White's side. Yeah, and that's where the goal came from. Their first goal. They just whipped the ball straight over the top. Yeah, the way we play, it's just on the edge of the box, and then we play for the set piece. We protect the ball at all costs. Don't give the ball away cheaply is the mantra. Yeah, don't, if you ain't got a pass on that's going to lead us through on goal, just keep the ball. Yeah, but then the problem is teams know how we're going to play. I mean, every time the Bournemouth game, me and you watched, Matty.
Yep.
Yeah, and then the Man U game, I watched it. I didn't do a stream or anything, but I watched it. The Liverpool game was the same. Yeah, there's boom, boom, boom. Look at the first Liverpool goal. That Salah one. Goal kick, nods it down, through ball, bang, goal. Yeah, that's how we're going to concede a lot of goals this season. Let me grab the rest of these super chats real quick. Big up to everyone locked in. The lads' links are pinned at the top of the chat, so make sure you follow them all. And there's 1,350 in there, so get these likes up as well. Big up T-Dot as well. Colour Fury was bought in because the manager's worried that Saliba and Gabriel could leave. It wouldn't surprise me, but at the same time, I don't necessarily think that's a bad thing. Yeah, it's a bad thing that they might leave, but it's not a bad thing that we've gone and bought somebody that just in case that happens, if that makes sense. Yeah, because that's forward planning. But at the same time, yeah, fucking win stuff and ain't leaving. Like, do you know what I mean? It's mad. Big up to Jat as well. Thoughts on Ferran Torres to Arsenal? No, thank you. No, thank you. No chance. Not for me, mate. He struggled at Barca this season. Yeah, and out of the goals he scored, 3 of them were in one game. Yeah, he did not have a good season at all, man. I don't want him anywhere near Arsenal. Thank you, man. Big up to Justin as well. Lisandro Martinez has won 10 trophies in the last 4 years. At the same time in his Eredivisie, but you still got to win it. Yeah, that's the thing, right? I'm seeing people sitting out here saying, oh, well, I think we've got a better chance to win the league because, Man City, they've won 4 in a row. Are they going to be ready to go again and really want to get the 5th? They're all too comfortable. I'm pretty sure they don't know who the fucking manager is, mate. Yeah, because the manager just wants to keep winning. Yeah, he wants to go down as the greatest manager trophy-wise of all time. That's why he's still fucking doing it. Well, yeah, he don't need the money, does he?
Well, the thing is, another thing as well is that he's copying from as much as Man City are like a world-level team now. I still think that Man United are in their heads, and the reason why I say Man United in their heads is Man United's history. The fact they won more European Cups than them, and that they before obviously before Man City got their money, Man United were dominating. They want to go better than Man United. Like when Sir Alex came over to England, it was like to knock Liverpool off their effing perch. Well, Guardiola, Man City, the fans, everyone thinks right. Man United won a treble. We want to win the treble. So they want to sort of create a kind of an era of domination, just akin to what their neighbours did down the road in South Manchester. And I think that's what motivates Man City. Is that the fact is that they've seen that if you take your foot off the pedal, which Man United did when Sir Alex left, and Liverpool did when Dalglish resigned in '91, the wheels come off. No matter how much you try to grab the standards, once they go, they fall short of their standards. It's hard to get back. It's really hard to get back, and I think that's what motivates him. And really, I think the thing that's putting hairs in his chest is that as us, we've got a lot better. He now knows with us, in that corner, he knows that if his standards drops, we're going to take the league off him. So I think that's what raises the standards, and that's why I still think they're probably going to win the league again because of the fact of that mentality and the
plus also the fact that nobody's bothered to even try catching them. Liverpool signed no one. Yeah, Man United, cool, they've signed players, but they've still got a shit manager. And then Liverpool signed no one. Tottenham, they're Tottenham, they ain't winning nothing. Yeah, and then with us, we've signed one defender. That ain't enough to beat Man City.
But even so, they're not gonna just think, oh yeah, look at all those teams and think, you know what the league's ass. No, the mentality's still going to be those 38 games. Facts. And those 6 pointers that they're going to have at the Tottenham Hotspur Stadium, Emirates, Old Trafford, and Anfield. Those 6 pointers.
We've got some breaking news, but I'm going to read these 4 super chats out quickly. Yeah, big up to Debs Lee. Remember, you're a Madrista. Yep, and Spain. Yeah, everyone was laughing at me when France equalised in stoppage time the other day, and I said, "It's chill, just chill. It's Spain. This ain't England. It's not England. It's Spain." Yeah, and then Spain went and won the gold medal. It's too easy watching Madrid and Spain. They're going to win. Big up to Jack as well. My last super chat bounced for some reason, but overall, I'm a Liverpool fan. We both suffer top red syndrome. Happy clapping fans, happy to be there. That's facts as well. That is absolute. But that's the way Man United are saying. Maybe it's something to do with teams in red, mate. Maybe that's what it is. And big up for the super chat, bro. Appreciate it, man. And yeah, Liverpool needs to sign some players badly. Big up to Dal. Yeah. Oh, please say Houston, we have a problem. There you go. You guys left, isn't it? Yeah, come on. It looks like I'm flying. I'm gonna get a different headset because this one's too fucking big, man. I can't lie. It does look like I'm about to take off, doesn't it? I'm gonna get another one with little earphones, man. But big up to you, Dale. Big up to Darryl as well. Big up Lee, Jez, Kenny, Matty. So, to be on a panel with Matty. I think your Botox manager will bottle the league for you lot. We ain't winning the league. We're not winning the Champions League. So we've got to take the cup seriously. And this manager doesn't. But the breaking news is not really anything breaking. It's just Fabrizio farming engagements is what he's doing. Bournemouth have now added Eddie Nketiah to their list of options to replace Solanke. Initial talks took place after a bid rejected today by Porto for Evan Nilsson. Olympic Marseille deal for Nketiah is completely off after they signed Wahi today. So initial talks. Well, oh, hello. Yes. How much do you want for Eddie Nketiah? 30 million. Okay. Bye, Edu. That's the initial talks, lads. Yeah. That's the initial. They're going to go back in for a bid for Evan Nilsson and they'll probably get their bid accepted. And then Eddie's now not going to Bournemouth, is he? It's probably easier to do a deal with Porto than it is to do a deal with us because our lot are fucking incompetent. Yeah, and I don't know how much their initial bid for this Evan Nilsson was, but it ain't going to be more than Eddie. Yeah, I'd be shocked if it's more than Eddie.
I wouldn't see Eddie going there. You know, that manager, you know, comes across as a sort of manager that wants Iberian players.
He wants a big club in Nketiah. Marseille are a big club.
Massive.
Let's not forget that. No disrespect to Bournemouth, right? Okay, no disrespect. But they're not on the levels of Marseille. So I think it's an absolute disgrace that they've done this. You know, just let the you know, it's your fault, Edu, Arteta, Garlic Head, Tim Lewis, and all that crew that you gave him $100,000 a week. It's your fault. And now you're punishing him. And I think I'm disgusted by it. You're almost punishing the guy.
Yeah, but to me, I hear that. Yeah, but to play on like devil's advocate here, he signed the contract. Yeah, and the club, he didn't have to sign that contract. Yeah, the club talked him into signing it. They gave him the top dollar, so now they want to get their money back.
Well, he's been duped, though, isn't he? He's been duped.
Oh, down, Lee. No, I mean, come on, young lad offered $100,000 a week. You're not going to. Oh no, I'm not. I don't think so.
But that's what I'm saying. But then on the same side, on the opposite side of that. Now he's surplus to requirements. Yeah, the club want their money. Yeah, so I hear both sides of it, but at the end of the day, he didn't think long term. He just saw short term $100,000 dangled in front of his face and said, "Yeah, I love it. Anyone would take it." Let's be real.
I think it's a bit more than that. I think it was generally a bit more than that. I think at the time, if you sort of like if we rewind back to the fact that that season 2022 when we missed out the top four. You know, you talk about the Chelsea game, you talk about the Leeds game, you talk about the Man United game, where he played really well. I think at the time the lads saw a pathway into the first team because we hadn't bought Jesus yet. You know, Balogun was not impressing the manager, regardless of whether it was lack of patience or football ability. Either way, he saw a pathway into that starting lineup, and then even when we bought Jesus. It was a case where he would have been persuaded that there's going to be games when Jesus isn't going to play. He's probably got injury issues. You're going to get a run of games. So that season, he did get a run of games. And then
the problem is he just ain't good enough when he gets the run.
We know he's not good enough. But the problem is he's probably signed that contract in his mind under false pretenses because he has been promised game time. But the problem is, if I was him, I'll go now because I can't see him even getting a game in the League Cup. Because once again, if Havertz is playing false number 9 and he starts ahead of Jesus, then you'll assume that the League Cup games Jesus will start, and the FA Cup Jesus will start. So there's no pathway for Eddie. And if we do somehow get a striker, and Eddie's still here, well, Eddie's nowhere.
No, facts. Yeah, that's true. No, that's true. Very true. Very true. But the thing is, where's this comment? Big up Nino, bro. He said Marino deal stalled. We haven't even put a bid in for that guy, which tells me we're waiting to get Eddie out the club, so then we can get the first sum up front, the first bit of the money up front, so then we can go and pay that to Sociedad. How are we skinned?
It is clear as day that Edu and the brass don't have a clue what they're doing. They had no plan going into this summer. They had absolutely no plan. They did not have a list of players, because if you had a list of players, when one rejected, you move on to the next one. Y'all keep forgetting they went to Sesko when we started summer.
And he rejected us right at the beginning.
Yeah, we know that to be true. He said, "No, I'm staying where I'm at." Then they went from Sesko. You heard about Jokeris. Oh well, Jokeris. We're gonna go in for Jokeris. They didn't put a bid in there with him. And Porto said it's gonna be 100 million. They hadn't put in a form of BFM. He hadn't requested he wanted to come to Arsenal. So then you see, now you go, well, we got to go move this around and get to this and get to that and get to this. Let me tell you, somebody said it early in the chat. It's gonna come all the way down to deadline day, and it's gonna be just like the year that year when we brought in Trossard Lee. And they were running around
when we brought in Thomas Partey on deadline day for the buyout clause. They forgot about the rest of the window because we signed Thomas Partey.
Yeah, they're gonna do something stupid. They're going.
It wouldn't surprise me if we still went and got Jokeris. Yeah, the problem I see. Yeah, sorry to cut you off here. The problem I'm seeing with this, right. We haven't got the money to be able to go and buy Jokeris until we get these players out of the club. We haven't got the money to go and buy Marino until we get these players out of the club. Because we're having to jiggle around the £100,000 a week that we're paying all of these players, right? So now we need $500,000 off the wage bill by getting 4 or 5 of them out. Yeah. Plus, we need to get the first payment up front for 4 or 5 players, which would then be enough to go and pay for an 80 million buyout clause. Yeah. Or pay for a Marino and another striker. Yeah. We ain't got the money, mate. All this has shown me this summer is we're skin.
What I told you yesterday, it's just like Enron. They're cooking the books. I tell you, they're cooking the books. We had this discussion last season, y'all. All of these players that's sitting there on these big deals. And this is why when you get ready to get down to Kivior, it's going to happen with him. They're going to overvalue Kivior. When you get down to Fabio, we ain't even got to Fabio yet. When we get to Fabio, it's going to be the same thing. And we overprice these players. We pay these players absorbent wages. And then when it's time to move them, nobody wants to deal with it. So then we start all this loan with option. And then we'll buy now, pay later. We started every single. I have seen more buy now, pay later deals in Arsenal Football Club under this regime than I've seen my entire life. I've never seen these kind of crazy deals before.
Have you ever seen this many contracts be ripped up under a regime before? He's ripped up a whole 11. Oh, whole 11. You can make a whole 11 out of the players he's ripped up contracts on. Yeah, that's scandalous. How he's got the job is mad. Yeah, in the first place. Yeah, the Brazilian fella told us, didn't he? He told the whole world, good luck with that guy. Good luck with him. Yeah, and then off of the back of this, Vinay is now left. He's got out of here fucking... Nobody said a word about Vinay. Yeah, that was our fucking top guy. And do you remember when Gazidis was here? Everyone was on Ivan Gazidis' case. He's walked out scot-free. He's got away with everything. Yeah, now what we've done is we've now promoted Richard Garlick, who agreed we couldn't get money for Aubameyang because he was over 30. Well, 6 months later, Barca got 12 million for him.
Yeah.
After we ripped it up and gave him to Barca for free.
Yeah.
And now he's got promoted off the back of that.
And Marseille got 34.
Yeah.
But Lee, we all know what happened with Aubameyang. Aubameyang was always going to be an asset for the fact of the amount of goals he scores and the fact that he was still capable if he went to the right side of scoring goals. It was basically gross misconduct. That's why it was either Arteta or him. And you know my view, regardless of what I think of Arteta, you can't do that to your manager. I don't care what don't get me wrong. Aubameyang may have felt justified because of the situation with his mum. His mum was ill. She had a serious illness. I believe it was cancer. He was going to see her, and then obviously a row happened. One thing I would say, any Arsenal fan who thinks that Aubameyang was got rid of because of persistent poor timekeeping is an absolute pork chop. It was gross misconduct. And I'll repeat, you can't do that to your manager.
No, I agree with it. I totally agree with it.
You've got to go. You can't do that to your manager.
No, I totally.
How provoked you are, you can't do it to your manager. So we lost a saleable asset where we could have made millions out of him because Arteta had to win that argument. You had to. You can't do that to your manager.
No, I hear that, but at the same time, he went to Chelsea for 12 million 6 months later. The only reason we ripped his contract up is we didn't want to sell to Chelsea. We didn't want to sell him to Chelsea. That's the only reason. So Barca said to Chelsea, yeah, and I've seen this from a few Chelsea fans saying this, yeah, and they said that basically Chelsea and Barca did an agreement where Barca go and buy him for 12 mil, and then Chelsea, Barca are getting for free, and then Chelsea have given him 12 mil in the summer. So that's why they got him, and they won the league with him. Yeah, and he scored loads of goals, 12 goals, 15 goals or whatever in his half season there. Right, then they gave him to Chelsea for 12 mil. Barca was skint, apparently. So Chelsea giving them 12 million for Aubameyang helped them out. They got him for free, didn't pay him $350 a week, and then Chelsea went, here you go, we've covered what you've paid him anyway. Yeah, and there's a bit extra to sort your finances out. Them two clubs did a deal on that. Yeah, and our fucking guy, that Garlic, yeah, has been promoted off of the back of all of these, not just the Aubameyang one. Yeah, because listen, Aubameyang was out of order. If it's true, that's how it happened. Yeah, he's out of order. But he's still a saleable asset. Yeah, yes, his contract was ridiculously high, but we gave him that contract. Yeah, and I want to read this comment very quickly as well.
It was either him or Mikel. Simple as.
Yeah, no, same with Ozil. It was either him or
If you want me to be churlish, I'll say Mikel cost us of millions of pounds in sales of players because of gross misconduct.
Yeah, he wants to be the guy, and I get that he's the manager, but I want to read this as well. He had to scrap contracts so the players didn't want to leave. Well, why did they give him a contract? Why would they want to leave? Yeah, it's ruthless at the same time. It's also stupid. Yeah, because if you've given out a contract and now you don't want these players, why did you give him the fucking contract? Because the player has signed the contract. The club has signed the contract. He don't have to leave anywhere. He don't have to go anywhere. You've signed the contract, so I'm staying. So you're gonna have to rip my contract up and pay me to leave.
And they allow these people to run these deals down to where we scramble.
If this guy here, yeah, big up for watching, mate. I'm not having a dig at you, yeah, right? But let's be real with this. If you're in your job and you sign a works contract in your job on a set salary, yeah, and then the company say, well, we don't want you here anymore. Yeah, you're going to say, Paul, tough, I've signed a contract. Yeah, same premise. Yeah, the only difference is they're not going to give you a fee to fuck off, are they? But they're not just going to be able to sack you because they don't want you anymore. Yeah, you've signed a contract. Yeah, and the contract's legally binding. Yeah, I'm seeing today Liverpool fans baffled at the fact that Zubamendi's got to pay the fucking buyout clause himself. Well, hello, that's how it works. Yeah, he signed a contract with Sociedad. Yeah, he's got a buyout clause in that contract. Only he can break that contract. Nobody can pay that money directly to them. He has to pay it. So what happens is, same with Thomas Partey, same with Neymar, same with all these other deals, when the buyout clause is there, the club will pay that money to the lawyer or the agent or whatever via a lawyer of the player. The player then has to pay that directly to La Liga. La Liga then give it to the club. Yeah, now he's paid his contract off, but he hasn't. Liverpool have paid it if he gives it. And then he has to go and do it himself via his agent or via his lawyer. Yeah, the amount of people that don't know that is crazy. And it's the same with this, yeah. He signed a 350 grand a week contract that Mikel Arteta and that club gave him. Yeah, he has no, he don't have to leave. I've signed my contract, mate. Yeah, you said you'd give me this contract for 4 years. I'm staying then. So if you want me to leave, pay for me to leave. Yeah, I'll make him right on it. Yeah, whether he's out of order or not, he turned up late. Yeah, for the Spurs game, bang out of order. Yeah, he turned up late apparently after his mum was ill. Yeah, if that is the case, then he's bang out of order, and I get it. The manager's got to stamp authority down. But at the same time, yeah, how many times do we see this all the time? Players turning up late for training, players having bust-ups in training. Cedric and Lacazette punching each other up.
Lee, do you actually get rid of a player for gross misconduct because he's been turning up late? I think.
Yeah, but that's not gross misconduct, though, is it?
Yeah, exactly. It was gross misconduct. He did something.
No, I don't. Yeah, but I don't think if you're turning up late, I don't think it is gross misconduct.
No, but it wasn't great. But that's the thing. It wasn't the turn up late. It was something else that he did, and he felt justified in doing because he felt his family was being taken in vain, i.e., his mum. As I said.
Yeah, but I'll give you another example. When Ronaldo's baby passed, yeah, fucking Fergie said, "Yo, fucking go and do," or the club said, "Go and do whatever the fuck you got to do, mate. See you when you come back." Yeah. Whereas his mum's ill, his mum, yeah, who birthed him, yeah, and apparently it's a whole fucking hoo-ha off of the back of it, and it's like, bro, this is a fucking mother, like, yeah. And apparently he did turn up, but he just turned up the next day, yeah. But apparently he's done an interview and said that this interview came out about a month or two ago, saying that the club knew he was going to turn up when he turned up. The club knew that because it was already organised. So he just feels that they pushed him out. And if they want to push him out, of course. Yeah, but can't just be ripping up contracts left, right, and centre. Yeah, it'll save you money on the wages. You know, $350 a week for 18 months left on the contract. That's a lot of dough. But at the same time, fucking get some money for these players. We let Cedric walk out for free. Yeah, after paying him 90 grand a week, signed him when he was on loan, then signed him when we signed him when he was injured, then actually signed him. Yeah, whilst he was still injured. Yeah, all of these players, Kolasinac ripped the contracts up. All these players, yeah, and a lot of these players that we've ripped contracts up for have gone on and won stuff elsewhere. They've all won. Most of them have won something since they've left. Yeah, so they can sit there and feel justified that, I weren't the fucking issue, mate. Because even Kolasinac's won something at Atalanta last season. Yeah, and he played in that final for the first 20 minutes. He was cooking in that final. Yeah, and then he got injured and had to go off. Yeah, Mkhitaryan's won stuff. Yeah, since we got rid of him. Ozil, I don't know about Ozil. Maybe he ain't. Yeah, but Aubameyang has. Bellerin has. All these other players have won stuff since they've left. David Luiz has.
Well, yeah, but the biggest myth of all, virtually only lost one football match last year. The biggest myth of all, which is great.
Yeah, and that was the final, which Kolasinac won. Yeah, that's what I'm saying. It's like when you add up all the money we have wasted, yeah, by letting it just ripping the contracts up and saying see you later. This is why we're now in a position where we've done that. We're now in the next cycle where we're signing players that are younger and on less money, but we're putting them on stupidly high money for no output. Yeah, how can Patrick Vieira, fucking hell, how can Fabio Vieira be on £90,000 a week off of the back of playing 20 games in his entire career in a first team?
Contract. It's contract.
Yeah, but who's authorised that is my point, Kenny. Who's offered to give that guy 90 grand a week? He was probably on about 15 at fucking Porto or wherever it was.
Let's not forget, we're all kicking our due, but let's not forget that Mikel Arteta is a team manager. Mikel Arteta was on that transfer committee alongside Josh Per Mertesacker and before it was Vinay, but Edu, but he's part of that transfer committee. So he would have had a say in how much the guy's going to play and he would have had a say in whether he should be at the club. But there's no way Mick Arteta could say, the contract's nothing to do with me. Yeah, if you're the head coach, yes. But if you're the team manager, you're part of that committee. You would have been in on this, not just on the players' attributes, but you would have been aware of the financial package that's been, like I said, proposed to the guy's club. So as being aware of the financial package, you're also going to be aware of how much we're offering him per week. You're part of this.
Yeah.
But the thing is, he'll never get criticism because there's still this notion that Mick Arteta is just a coach and he isn't, like I said, privy to the ongoings of the player's contract or any of the financial, package when he's a team manager.
Watch this, yeah? This is crazy. Big up to everyone locked in. Let me get rid of that. Make sure you smash these likes up. There's still 1,400 in here. This is Arsenal's wages. This is Arsenal's wage bill, yeah? Right? Look at the state of this. Look at this. 280, 265, 240, 240, 200, 195, 190, 180, 150, 150, 120, 120. He's on 120, Calafiori. Wow. 110, 110, 100, 100, 100, 100, 90, 90. Yeah. Kivior 58. Oh, Fabio's on 45. My bad. My mistake. 45. Either way, that's at least 3 times more than he was getting before we signed him. Yeah. Smith Rowe was on 40, hence why we got rid of him. Yeah. And Cole Hines on 10 grand. Yeah. 10 grand. Cool. Whatever. Now go on loan. Yeah. We got rid of Smith Rowe because he's on 40. We can't, however, get rid of this guy, Eddie, because he's on 100. Nobody's even looking at Reece Nelson. Why? Because he's on 100 grand a week. Yeah. Tierney, nobody's even coming and looks at. Yeah. Ramsdale, no one's looking at. Yeah, why? Because they're all on too much money, mate. This wage bill is a fucking disgrace. Yeah, for the level of player on here, look how much money we are paying these players. Look, 58.2 million we have got remaining left to pay 29. 41 million for Jesus left to pay. That's how much we've got left to pay him. 49 for Declan Rice left to pay. Yeah, Odegaard, well, it's nearly 50 million. Look at just them 4 players alone. Yeah, it's 200 odd million just for them 4 players over the rest of their contracts.
Jorginho,
ridiculous. Yeah, 110.
Jorginho.
I'm not seeing
110.
Jorginho.
Yeah, he's
Yeah,
110. He's
There he
110.
Yeah, there he is. Yeah, there he is. Yeah, 110 grand a week.
But look how much money we're paying these players. Left, Thomas Partey's still got 10 million left. Yeah, that's because he's got 1 year left. Yeah, Bukayo Saka's got 30 million left of wages. That's 10 million a year, right? William Saliba is 30 million, 10 million a year, right? But look at this, man. This is mad money, mate. Yeah, mad money. 29 was still got, yeah. And if you add in the fee that we've paid for this geezer, right, it's going to cost around 130 million for that bloke.
If you play,
get it, if you look at that, if you look at the players that you've highlighted, the football clubs see them as all as assets. That includes Eddie. Yeah,
it's mad, mate. I can't believe that wage bill. Like, in fact, let me go and have a look at Man City's wage bill while we're here. Let's have a look at Man City.
If you blacked out Havertz's name and they just showed the wage, you would think he's a world-class player over there.
You'll be like, yo, this guy's getting paid. Yeah, 280 grand a week. He's got to be good. Like, what are we doing? It's pathetic. Where's Man City? What the fuck is this doing? Where's Man City? Let's have a look at Man City's wage bill.
Younger players get paid more, don't they? They always seem to give younger players more.
Yeah, which is stupid. Right.
Because they're more an asset than an older player.
Right, so let's have a look at this. So Man City, they've got De Bruyne on 400. Fucking hell. Yeah, Haaland 375, Grealish 300, Bernardo 300, 250 Johnny Stones, 250 Cancelo. He'll be gone this summer. Foden's 225. Rodri, they got a lot of players over 200. They got a fuck ton. They got a fuck ton of players over 200.
All genuine assets, all trophy winners.
That's my point, Kenny. That's my point. Yeah, they've actually won shit.
Go to Oscar Bartley. Go down to Oscar Bartley. I want to see what Oscar Bartley make.
McAtee's on 15. Rico Lewis 25.
50,000.
Doku's on 50. Oscar Bob 50. Yeah. Ortega's on 90. That's crazy. Alvarez was on a oneer. And he's look at Edison. Fucking hell. Edison's on 100 grand a week. Aaron Ramsdale's getting paid more than this geezer.
Wow.
Hey, look at Scott Carson.
Hey, Scott Carson's loving life, man. 30 grand a week just to be a cheerleader.
If he was at Arsenal, he'd be on 175.
No, well, we paid our cheerleader fucking 50 grand a week, El Nini. Yeah, look at this though, man. Their wage bill, Calvin Phillips 150 for Nunes. Yeah, that's a massive wage bill. Yeah, but look at the difference, yeah, on how much is left to be paid. Only Erling Haaland and Jack Grealish really, with being at 100 million between them. The rest of them are, maybe that one down there, Vardio, he's just signed. But most of them have got like 2 years left on their contracts, or they're on less money with 3 years, so it's only like 24 million. Our first 4 total 200 million, mate.
Go to Liverpool, Lee.
Liverpool, I can't see Liverpool's being that high. The only player that is on the biggest money, it has to be like.
No, look how low their wage bill is totally. It's fucking half a Man City's total annual payroll.
Yeah, Trent Alexander-Arnold and Van Dijk have to be the highest paid players there, surely.
I'd say so. Yeah, Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent. Yeah, Salah, Van Dijk, and Trent. There you go.
Yeah.
But look how many players they've got on a oneer. Hardly any. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11 players. Yeah, and they're 11 players. Yeah, but they're starting 11.
Yeah, but why do you think the Trent's been linked with was it Real Madrid and Barcelona? Because the fact is he wants a wage increase, and Liverpool saying they're not going to break the bank for him.
They haven't got a single player left on at that club that's over 30 million left in wages to pay. Well, 1, 2, McAllister and Gravenberch. But if you look here. Like Man City, obviously, Man City's income is miles more than Arsenal's because they win shit. So I understand their wage bill. I get that. And they're all fucking serial winners. Yeah, they've won everything. So you pay top dollar. We're paying top dollar. It's a shit. Yeah, now look at Liverpool. Yeah, let's have a look. Luis Diaz is on 55. Curtis Jones is on 15 grand a week. Conor Bradley, 10 grand.
Yeah, but when they renegotiate their contracts, that's going to go up. That's going to go up, innit?
Harvey Elliott, 40 grand a week. Yeah, but he's still got 3 years. He's still got 3 years, Kenny.
Yeah, but you know what happened next year? He'll renegotiate his contract if he's still getting games, and they'll probably treble that.
Yeah,
give him
but even,
120.
yeah, maybe. But even so, if he has got that renewed, say he renews it in 1 year's time and it goes down to 2 years, and they give him 120. Yeah, let's say they give him 120. Yeah, mate, we're fucking paying Tomiyasu 100 grand, Tierney 110, Zinchenko 120. Yeah, and this guy, if he is getting it renewed, is because he's been playing week in, week out and he's performing. Yeah, we're paying bang average shit. Yeah, look at Joe Gomez. Joe Gomez, 85 grand a week. Robertson, 100 grand. 100. How many players have we got over 100? Every single one of our fucking defenders. Every single one of our defenders is on more than that. Everyone. And he's better than most of them. Well, maybe not so much now, but he has been good.
I think if you look at the considerations, they bought Robertson from Hull, didn't they?
For about 7 mil, wasn't it?
Yeah, so they bought him from Hull. So the player that is on that, you know, he's come from Hull. Other players now, a lot of our players come from, and I say it respectfully, bigger clubs than Hull, which probably explains why they're on better money than Liverpool's.
Let's have a look at top Spurs. Let's have a little look at top Spurs.
Yeah.
Son, I'd expect to be their highest earner, to be fair. Timo Werner, that's a loan. Romero and Maddison, that kind of makes sense. Son, Maddison, Romero, probably their best 3 players. Yeah, Destiny Adogi, 75. He's just signed a new contract on 75. Yeah, just signed. The goalkeeper, they just signed 75. Brennan Johnson, 75, 70. What's he got in here? Van der Ven, 50 grand.
Yeah, but
50.
again, when Spurs were on the cusp of winning trophies, and they were under the Poch, it was those you know, like I said, salaries that were stopping them from doing that, because one, they weren't paying big transfer fees for players, plus their better players weren't getting the money that their performances shouted for. Hence the fact they all ran and left, and then when they left, Spurs and the Poch got the sack. That's when Spurs went plummeted down in terms of levels of performance.
Mate, Fraser Forster's got a fucking great agent to get 75 grand a week to sit on the bench. Archie Gray, what's he ever done to warrant 75 grand? That's a fucking madness. 75 grand they're paying Archie Gray.
Well, yeah, it's his potential, though, isn't it? It's potential.
This is wild, though.
It's how you negotiate. But a club like Tottenham, they could have thought, you know, a club like Tottenham aren't going to pay the monies that Man City and Arsenal play at Man United, because that's one of the reasons why a lot of Spurs fans think that they haven't won anything, because they can't keep their better players, and he won't pay big salaries.
Yeah, mad. Yeah, look at this. Lukaku, 325. Sterling, 325. Fucking hell, mate. Reece James, 250. He's injured again. They've got less players. They've got less players on 100 or more than we have.
Yeah, you know, so does Sterling's one's always going to get that. Even, you know, the fact that he's won the lot at Man City, plus he's got an England contract, and he's still in his prime years, arguably. That's about right for him.
Right, this is mad. Gusto, 45. Fuck me, that's a bargain. Lavia, 45. Gusto's a good player. Chalobah, 50.
Well, they're trying to get rid of him, aren't they?
Yeah,
they told him and Gallagher and Breuer not to train with the first team.
The only reason this geezer, this Mark Guy or Guy or however you pronounce his name, the only reason he's got 100 grand is they bought him for 6 million. That's the only reason. Yeah, 6 million they paid for him, which they're going to spin a profit on. Enzo's on 180, Cucurella 175. But again, you'd expect their better players to be on the most money. But Lukaku and Sterling, fucking hell, bro. That's a lot of dough. That is ridiculous. Ben Chilwell, 200. Yeah, Fofana sadly got injured twice, but I can understand why they gave the 200 at that time. Yeah, but when you look at some of these players, mate, they're fucking nicking a living, mate. Yeah, they're nicking a living, mate. Oh, sorry, I was on a different page. Yeah, they're nicking a living, mate. Yeah, some of these players are nicking a fucking living.
Sorry about that.
That's all right, mate. So I was on a different page. Yeah, some of these players are nicking a living. How much was Palmer on? I forgot to see it. How much was Palmer on RP? I didn't see it. I've gone off the page now. I fucking ended
There's no way Palmer would be on anything. If Palmer's getting 100 grand, I'll be shocked. I reckon he'd be on about 75, 90.
He was on 75. There you go. Fucking hell. Yeah, if I'm Palmer, I'm leaving now.
But Lee, that's about right. If you think about the amount of games he's played for Man City in the league, he's hardly ever played for them in the league. So that's about right. To give Palmer anything other than £75,000 prior to what we saw last season. Then we know that Chelsea are a bit cuckoo.
Yeah. Well, we know they're a bit weird anyway. Apparently, Zubimendi's rejected Liverpool, according to this outlet. I don't know. But I'm going to grab these super chats real quick. Bournemouth now have Solanke money. They will wait. Yeah, mate, listen, they've got 55 million coming in over the next few years. So they don't need to rush for Eddie. Yeah, and they've gone in for an Evan Nilsson. So I don't know, man. How old's this Evan Nilsson guy? How old is he? Because he fucking played well against us. He was the one that hit the bar. Do you remember when, the post and it come back off him and went over? Do you remember that Porto game?
Oh yeah.
That was the guy. He's the same age as Eddie.
You know Marseille is in for the other guy that did a scene in the Lions game.
Yeah. I think they've signed him. I think they signed him state. I think they signed him.
Yeah.
Yeah, they paid about the same as what we got offered for Eddie Nketiah. Eddie Nketiah is actually a year older than that Evan Nilsson, by the way. Eddie's 25.
Ladies and gentlemen,
Evan Nilsson is 24. Big up to Gilly as well. Appreciate the super chat, mate. And big up to Aaron. Garlic fits right in. Absolutely useless. It's jobs for the boys at Arsenal, mate. Yeah, I knew they'd promote within. Why don't they go and get the best people for the jobs rather than just jobs for the boys? It's jarring. Compared with City's wages, want to see the difference? Yeah, bro. City's wage bill is the biggest in the league. In fact, actually, I didn't check Man United's. Maybe Man U's, but it's bigger than ours. But the thing is, Man City wins stuff. Yeah, so they can afford to pay the top players more money. Yeah, we're paying 280 a fucking week. Like, and then 265 for Gabriel Jesus. Like, what are we doing here, mate? Yeah, it's mad. Ramsdale going or not? What about Reece? Big up to Joe, bro. Nothing's happening. Like, honestly, nothing's happened, bro. It's long. We're gonna get rid of some of these players at the end of the window. Yeah, with loans, like mate said, there'll be little loan deals with options or obligations to. Yeah, this window's been a shambles. It's been a fucking shambles at the minute. Arsenal is a club where very shady Dynamo Zagreb were negotiating a deal for Eduardo. Former director said that two shady people appeared at the meeting. Yeah, that was probably fucking Arsene and Gazidis.
hey, two goons.
Yeah, the goon squad have arrived.
Yeah, idiot.
They got Lukaku and Sterling on that before the directors. Yeah, that was under Roman, I think, wasn't it? Or was it under? Is it under Roman? I don't know.
Yeah, that was under Roman, I believe. Yeah, that was under Roman.
Yeah, 545 a week for them.
Hey, that number. Just think about that, y'all. Just let that sink in.
Now get rid of both of them and go and buy a proper one and give him 500 a week.
That is crazy. Just $500 million in addition to $1 billion squad. That's wild.
Hey guys, yeah. You know what happened? I think it was was Chelsea's management group calls it Clear Lake or something.
Clear Lake, yeah, Clown Lake.
Yeah, Clear Lake. It was them who gave Sterling the 325. It was Roman who gave Lukaku the money, but Clear Lake gave Sterling the one 325.
Yeah, you're right. It was actually. Yeah, it was because that was the same summer that we bought Zinchenko and Jesus.
Yeah, because they
but again, look how good Man City are at selling. They sold them 3 players that summer, yeah, for 150 million.
Lee, do me a favor. Put that back up there again. I want that to see if you can find it. Put that back up there again. I want people to let that sink in. I want people to that number. That is a heavy number. No. I'm talking about the 545 K a week for both of them. I mean, that's damning right there, man. When you think about how often this brother is hurt. He came out and said he can't score goal. You saw him yesterday. He's laying on the ground yesterday. You got Havertz. We don't know what he's going to do. You just have no clue what he's going to do in the game. And we're paying these guys nearly $1 billion.
How are they our 2 highest earners?
$1 billion a week.
If we're going to pay anyone the most money, it's got to be Bukayo Saka, surely.
No.
This guy.
You know what's going to happen, Lee? Let me tell you what's going to happen. This is what's going to happen in the near future. This is going to come very soon. Kenny, watch this.
I need to pee, but I'm listening.
Watch this, Kenny. These players, when these deals come up, when it's time to renew these deals, players are going to start looking and saying, okay, well, if you're going to pay me $320, and Real Madrid wants to pay me 320, and I got a chance to win trophies. Yeah, I'm just gonna go. I'm gonna go over here.
That's what I did. That's what I did under Arsene. Under Arsene, the same sort of thing happened. You know, one even going back to the Highbury days when we were winning things. You know, Vieira was always trying to engineer moves away from the football club because he was getting offered big money to play at Real Madrid and Juventus, and eventually the club said, "All right, we're neutral." But before, the club kept on having to agree, renegotiate his wages. Petit left because his missus didn't want to live in a cold country. That's just fact. Petit's admitted it himself. He left for love. But you think about Overmars left for money. He went to Barcelona because Arsenal couldn't make his wages. And you think about the same with Hleb, 100% Hleb left for the money. Adebayor was forced out of the club because the club needed the money, needed his transfer fee. But all those, that's what we've been doing for years. And who knows, same thing can happen at Arsenal. But you would think that the Premiership is probably the league where you can kind of enrich yourself outside obviously the Saudi league. The Premiership is basically printing money for even average players. You think about it, average players will don't need to work again if they play the Premiership.
That's wild. 540K.
Madness. Absolute madness.
I had never thought about that until it was put up on the screen. That is absolute craziness that's going on here in football.
Matty, when we want to get rid of these players,
that's
the same story again.
Yes,
the same story. This goes round and it goes round.
Yeah, it does. It does.
A theory. This is my theory. Nobody else's. My theory. We have a problem in this club because Edu and Arteta don't command respect from outside the club. Right? That is why we struggle to get the players in, and that is why we struggle to get the players out. Because they are bloody awful negotiators. They can't negotiate themselves out of a wet paper bag. Yeah, they are terrible. They give away stupid price contracts to these players. Out, in my belief, desperation. Okay? And then we end up stuck with them. And hey, come on, it can't make it up, really.
If this was a business, if Arsenal was like a Fortune 500 company or whatever, do you know that we'd be getting ready to file for bankruptcy with some of these numbers?
Could do, yeah.
They will be doing an internal audit right now, trying to get these numbers sorted out. Well, how are we coming up with this? And they'd have an audit. They have people down there with books and markers and everything else looking at this stuff.
Yeah,
it's crazy.
Merchandise. That's how they do it. They balance the books, merchandise, and TV.
I've noticed Uncle Wrighty's been kicked to the curb, mate. It's now Paddy Vieira. It's now Paddy. As soon as he says, Paddy Vieira on the new merch drop today. No more Uncle Wrighty, mate.
He's busy though. He's busy doing the Stick to Football podcast with his best friend Roy, and his other mates Jill and Gary.
Yeah.
But at the end of the day, mate, I still think the rest of football's better than that. With Mika, Gary, and Alan. Just saying.
Vieira has jumped on the bandwagon. You're kidding me?
Yeah, Vieira's in the Adidas.
You didn't see the commercials yet? I put it in the group. Yeah. That's what those comments were. Where everybody was like, "Oh yeah, we've got the validation of the Invincibles now. That's all we need. He's turning it around. Everybody's on board now." Yeah.
Until Vieira gets another job.
Exactly. Hey, Kenny, he didn't put us out the Champions League.
Mad. All right, big up to Gilly as well. Bequeta's on 150 and Kudus is on 90. Yeah, see, Bequeta I'd expect to be on that money. He's the best player there. But West Ham's wage bill will be tiny. It'll be tiny compared to us. But you also know if you get rid of both of them players, you're going to make a shit ton of money.
So Paquette, I don't know if we played football for too long, innit?
But you know what? Sorry to cut you off. You know what? I just thought about it. He would have had to have been in that commercial because they mentioned the Invincibles. Remember, he's in on that consortium. So I guess in order for them to do it, you got to pay something to do it. So I guess they had to pay him to get him in there.
Yeah, that's true. That's
All right,
very true.
all right. So they've all right. So Burkamp, Henry, Lehman, they're all like, yeah,
Perez, all of them.
yeah, they're all like, hey, that means Ashley Cole's got a finger in the pot as well.
Yeah, man. Yeah, see, that's the thing, right? I see they've dropped more Invincible merch the other day, yeah, right. And I'm sure that fucking Jens Lehmann bought the copyright for the word Invincible, so they can't use it. So how have they put out Christmas merch? I think they put, maybe that was from last year, but I'm sure somebody said in my chat. I didn't check it. I'm sure somebody said in my chat
they've got to pay Lane.
Yeah, they got to pay. They got to pay royalties. Yeah, they got to pay royalties for that.
Mad.
That's why they were so upset about it. Think about it, Lee. That's why
they dropped the 20th anniversary book, right? A 20th anniversary book, and you get a gold. Is yours gold? You can't make this club up, man. Seriously,
it's mad. It's actually crazy, isn't it? It's just a shit show every time, mate. Yeah, and it's jarring because we're so close to being good. Yeah, and then we just don't ever get over the line. It's mad. But we are going to wrap this up. We're going to redirect to Dan Potsy's live at the minute. So we're going to redirect to Potsy. But yeah, good first show back for the season. And in fact, very quickly, give us score predictions for the weekend.
I'm gonna go 3-0 Arsenal.
I'll go 3-1.
Okay.
2-0.
2-0.
2-1.
No, I don't think. I still think, despite the frustration, Arsenal might concede. They're gonna score 2 quick goals and just close the game out and strangle Wolves, out of possession. They're gonna strangle them, press them, and then at the end of the day, it will just peter out. Bit like what you saw yesterday. A couple of early goals, and then the second half was just
boring.
Yeah. But I think you're going to see a lot of games involving Arsenal like that. Arsenal are going to be a team that first and foremost doesn't concede. That'd be their mantra, because that they're going to sort of reason that, well, it got us into a situation when we nearly won the league because our goals against was so low. So they're going to prioritise that, and then they're going to try and score the goals. And set pieces are still going to be like a massive part of their armoury, albeit teams may have worked them out. But you think about it, it's no accident that we managed to increase our goal output because we became really good at set pieces.
Yeah, it's true. But the thing is, I was saying this yesterday to Jez, I don't care if we play boring football if we win stuff. We did it under George Graham.
Yeah.
But if you're going to play boring football and don't win stuff, it's fucking boring, isn't it? Let's just be real with it. Yeah, it's boring. It is. Like, I'm just, mate, we have to win something. I don't even care. Just win a league.
One thing we treated with contempt and didn't discuss, because I treated it with a bit of contempt, was Mikel Arteta and his hiring pickpockets.
Oh, God,
that was an absolute albatross.
When you actually deep it, yeah, he hired pickpockets, right, whilst they were eating their dinner. Why do they have to be alert when they're eating their fucking dinner?
Exactly.
Now, what's that all about? Yeah, now I did the light bulb. Now I did the speakers and then get pammed 4-0 at Anfield 4 days later.
I wish he would have pickpocketed the title off with Man City the last 2 years.
Well, Man City pickpocketed us.
Yeah.
I said to Penny last night, right, when we did a match review, right, if you're all sitting down for dinner, right, round tables, whatever you're doing, that's the usual format, and you've got this guy walking around picking your pocket. Sorry, if I'm sat opposite you, Lee, or Matty, or Kenny, I'm going to say, don't know who that guy is. And if you see him picking your pocket, if I see him, picking it, I'm going to say, oi, Lee, oi, hey, what's going on here?
Yeah.
I think that's bollocks. I think it's absolute bullshit.
How did he tell them who these people were? Like, well, how's he spun that? So just let them all walk around what they're doing, fucking just chatting away to them while they're eating their dinner. Well, that's rude anyway.
I'm just gonna be straight up with you, man. I probably just punched him by the clock to my
You know what? I think he's having a bit of Donald Trump's in it, just off his nut.
Where did he get these professional pickpockets from as well? Where did he find them?
An agency must be an agency where you can actually hire them. Well, he probably went down Oxford Street and got
yeah, just found a few on Tower Bridge or Oxford Street or somewhere and just said, "Yo,
yeah.
you need a gig tonight. I'll give you a couple of quid."
You mean those little professionals who, like if you leave your mobile phone on the table, those ones.
It's crazy, man. This club's a circus, mate. I've never seen anything like it, honestly.
We'll get you a couple of autograph photos of the boys.
Yeah. Come and pickpocket them for an hour, and I'll get you a selfie with them all. What's that all about? But yeah, loads of people telling me that Zubimendi's rejected the bid. Rejected Liverpool. Yeah, which, listen, maybe we should go and get him then. I don't know. It is what it is. But yeah, big up to, for coming on, lads. Jez, what you got coming up on your channel, mate? It's pinned comment, people, so make sure you sub to Jez.
Well, ironically, I was going to go live after this, but I've actually put it back till tomorrow now because I need to go and eat. I'm starving, so I've put it back till 7 o'clock tomorrow night now. It's just going to be a show about, are we ready for the new season? No, we're not. There we are. We'll talk about it. But
there you go. Arsenal history and more, people. Kenny's Insta's linked in that link as well at the pinned comment. Kenny, I'm looking forward to your commentary on Instagram. What you got coming up show-wise?
Well, I'm with Dan tomorrow, and I'm with Jez on Wednesday. But I'm just laughing my nuts. I'm just laughing my head off now because I'm just thinking about Paul Merson going on Strictly, and I just think it's going to be a riot.
For fuck's sake!
You know what I mean? I just think, you know what I mean? I'm sorry. I'm in for that. Paul Merson on Strictly. I'm sorry. I'm
really?
definitely up for that. I'm definitely up for that.
Paul Merson on Strictly, come dancing.
Paul Merson on Strictly. You know what? I'm watching that every week. I'm voting to keep him in just for the entertainment.
Yeah.
You sit in the group when we was up last night. We were watching Paul Merson compilations and that Overmars compilations.
Yeah.
Fucking hell, mate.
And that's the thing. As I said to Jess yesterday, I'm going to say to you guys now. These players are never going to be Arsenal greats until they win something. That's the thing. That's the challenge. And that's a challenge not just to the players themselves, but it's a challenge to the fans. Always big them up. You can't expect us to sort of big up Odegaard, big up Saka, big up Raya, big up Partey, and all those players who play for us because I deal with Perez, Ashley Cole, Vieira, Petit, Henry, even Anelka, Adams, Bold. That's who I deal with. That's who I mix with. I don't mix with players that don't win me nothing. To win me something, then I'll start glowing about you. I'll start them more friends about you.
I put out on Twitter last night. I put watching Paul Merson compilations, and then saying about. I said, fucking, and I'm supposed to rate Martin Odegaard. Like I'm watching Paul fucking Merson, mate.
Yeah, that's the thing, Lee. If Martin Odegaard wins his trophies,
then he goes up a level.
Yeah, we have a discussion.
He goes up levels.
Bro, after we got through last night, I'm sitting there. I fell asleep watching Alan Smith compilation. Fell asleep watching.
Say one thing. I thought it was his commentary because you definitely fell asleep.
Yeah, that's a fact. That's a fact. That is funny.
He is boring as fuck to listen to. I can't lie. Him and Lee Dixon, man, on commentary it's never good.
Oh man, Lee Dixon is painful, bro.
That's
what we got over here in the States.
You have him on ESPN, didn't you?
Remember Alf Vida Sempet? You know the
program. Yeah,
he's saying out the Brum, Timothy Spall, his characters. He sounds like that.
He does. It's mad. Matty, bless, man. What you got coming up, bro? Matty's link's pinned as well, so make sure you sub to Matty's channel.
So tomorrow, I wasn't going to do it, but I think tomorrow night I'm going to do a fireside chat tomorrow evening and kind of just talk about getting prepared for the season and just expectations and go from there.
Now, nice one.
If you're up tomorrow night, Jess, come through.
We're going to redirect to Dan Potts. He's live right now. So make sure you go and spam his chat with Lee Raid. Good first show, man. It's gone quick as well. Hour and 50. Jez, go and get your dinner. I'm going to eat as well. Kenny, love always, Matty. Chat. Best up to everybody who's locked in, liked, shared, commented, subscribed, donated, all that good stuff.
Rat Army's back.
We're back, man. And then tomorrow I'm live with Rants on here, 2 p.m. And then Wednesday, football's back. UEFA Super Cup final. and Real Madrid will be claiming another trophy.
Don't forget the league starts on Friday, not Saturday. Everybody, it starts on
Friday. Man United. La Liga starts on Thursday as well. It's bank holiday here on Thursday. It starts Thursday.
Right. And lower league is going on this week, going on throughout the week. So it's a lot of football this week.
Yeah, this week from Wednesday onwards, football for 10 months.
I'll tell you one thing: Man United didn't do too bad in the Community Shield. I thought they should have smashed City.
If they had a striker that could put the ball in, they would have.
If Rashford could finish a wank, mate, they would have. Do you know what I mean? He's fucking awful. But yeah, bless up to everyone who's come through. Spam Potts' chat, Lee Raid, and we're out of it, people. Adios. Ciao. Edu out.
Nketiah out.